In the heart of the village stood a towering baobab tree, its ancient branches stretching upward like outstretched arms. It was more than a tree. It was a gathering place, a witness to countless stories. Beneath its shade, children laughed as they played, while elders sat in quiet conversation, their voices blending with the gentle rustle of the afternoon breeze. Among them was Mugbafor, the village storyteller, whose words carried lessons as timeless as the tree itself. Her stories weren't just entertainment, they were lifelines, stitched together from the wisdom of old myths and everyday truths. That day, Mugbafor shared the story of Ekene, a young boy known for his questions. Unlike others his age, Ekene wasn't content with following traditions without understanding them. He often asked why the village made sacrifices to the spirits of their ancestors, wondering if true respect for the past might lie in learning and kindness instead of fear and rituals. His questions didn't sit well with the elders. To them, Ekene's doubts felt like an insult to the balance they had worked hard to protect. They decided to send him into the forbidden cave, a place long avoided by the villagers. The cave was steeped in mystery and fear, its dark halls said to be home to spirits angry enough to bring destruction. No one had entered since the Great Drought, a time when forgotten rituals were blamed for the suffering of the land. Though fear spread through the village, Ekene didn't back down. He believed his questions had value, and he wanted to understand the truth behind the stories. Instead of arguing with the elders, he sought their knowledge about the cave and its history, hoping to uncover the heart of the fear they all carried. When the day came, Ekene entered the cave alone, carrying only his courage and the understanding he had gained. The air inside was heavy, the paths winding and uncertain. Shadows seemed to follow him, their whispers sharp with mockery, urging him to turn back. But Ekene's determination burned brighter than his fear. Deep within the cave, Ekene came face to face with the spirits. To his surprise, they weren't vengeful beings but reflections of pain, grief, anger, and sorrow made visible. Instead of running or fighting, Ekene listened. He heard the stories they carried, the weight of emotions they couldn't let go. Instead of offering the usual sacrifices, Ekene offered something different: compassion. He spoke to the spirits as equals, acknowledging their pain and reminding them they were part of something greater. His empathy touched them, and slowly their forms softened. The cave, once a place of dread, became filled with an unexpected peace. When Ekene emerged, he wasn't the same boy. His eyes held a new wisdom, a deeper understanding of the world and his place in it. The villagers saw this transformation and began to reconsider their own beliefs. They realized that true reverence wasn't about fear or blind obedience, but about understanding, compassion, and the courage to question what no longer served them. Ekene's story became a guiding light for the village, a reminder that change begins with a question and courage can turn even the darkest places into something beautiful.